Well, we're packing up and getting ready to leave here at the, my whiskey. Oh, I forgot my whiskey. At Uncle Chef's. Shit, what's the name of this place?
Uncle Chef's Homestay.
Uncle Chef's Homestay. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're leaving in 30 minutes.
I miss it.
What about that? Well, we just got to my friend's neighborhood here in Tropicana. Looks like it's got a beautiful mountain over here.
Everything good?
It's good.
Brian.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you? Hot.
This is the ranch.
Oh,
this is it.
Florida Gators.
Florida Gators?
So,
Gotta love them Florida Gators, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what is that up there? That's Old Glory.
Oh, look at that. I like that.
Come on in.
Well, we just got here. Let's get situated, and then we'll see if he'll show us around.
You like the Broncos too, right? Denver? Denver's okay?
You know, I like Florida. I'll just leave it at that.
When you got a day like today, and it's tough, we don't have the wind,
And then
He's got the outdoor channel. Look
the
at that.
Bass Pro 2016 is going to come on 11:30 in 5 minutes.
The sad thing is I just can't watch it because it just wants me to go fishing, you know? Yeah. So this place is huge.
Yeah, it's not too bad, huh?
So how many bedrooms is it?
3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Look, whatever you want to do. This is the master. This is the command post in here.
So you're renting this place?
Yes, renting this place.
And how long are you renting it for?
I rented it the first year for $18,000.
Uh-huh.
And then the second year I paid cash, paid in advance, and I said, how much now? And I negotiated down to $15,900.
Uh-huh.
And then my next year, starting my third year, which will start in September, I negotiated down to $14,000 cash.
Yeah.
$14,000 a month, and I just paid 2 years of it. So I paid $15,900 and then $14,000.
Right. Yeah, there's always, when you're dealing with money and long periods
You
of
start
time.
handling that and just
And
start
plus
big bills.
you already had your foot in and they knew you were a good tenant.
We take
so,
care of this
yeah.
place.
Awesome. Kind of a, this is a Western style shower.
Yeah, this is kind of like a belong neighborhood.
So I like you can actually use the bathroom and not look like you peed in your pants. You know? Now, the floor is always wet. You know?
Yeah, he's like, how could you do it?
Yeah, I walked out of the bathroom and I got
wet.
my pants are wet. I got baby powder. I look like I'm, you know,
yeah.
I got like some issues. You know, what the hell's wrong with all of your pants? I don't know.
I still got a couple little things to do here for you guys. I need to hide those up here.
Oh, that's,
And
you don't have to do anything special for us. You should have seen where we just came from.
was it pretty bad?
No, we like it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you watched the video this morning. Yeah. Well, this is nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Huh?
Yeah. This place is huge. Nice yard. And some pineapple trees. They got pineapples growing. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, put the seat cover on.
Now this is Belong style here for sure.
This is my Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Except I didn't spend $30,000. I spent like $4,500.
So what did you pay for your truck?
$890.
Oh, okay.
And
That's cheap.
You get this box, the box cover and everything. This is what they call a Mitsubishi Limited Edition.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is $14,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $400 to rent a month. And about your utilities, what do you think?
The utilities are $3,000.
$3,000?
Yeah, the water's $100.
Yeah.
And the cable is 50 up and 20 down. That's 700 back, like $20.
So you're spending about $500 a month
Yeah.
here. About $500 a month. Beautiful, over the top, nice house, gated community. We are at a restaurant called Arroy's. Arroy.
Like Aloy, but
Arroy. So this is one of Brian's favorite places.
oh, this place good food.
Yes, spaghetti tom yum goong.
And another subscriber wanted to meet here soon, so the clocks are going to go off soon.
Where'd it go?
Canada is so a lot of tax.
So this salad with a chicken breast, 80 baht.
And then here's my watermelon squeeze.
And how much is that? 25 baht. 25 baht for that. Amazing. Where can you get a salad for like $2? So I'm going to do a little interview with Brian here. Brian's lived in Cha-Am for 3.5 years?
Yeah, almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. So let me tell you a quick story about how we met. So when I first came to Thailand, he had been watching the vlogs, and he sent me a page of care package.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
In the mail, and you know, nice little welcome to Thailand package. And I was like, that's awesome. We were driving back from a trip that we went on with the family, and you had sent me a message saying that there's the mail guy was trying to deliver, but we weren't there. And he was confused on the name on the package because he didn't recognize it. So that's how we initially met. And then me and Paige were at home one evening, and then he pops up outside. I'm on the computer editing a video, and I hear, "Hey, Paige," and nobody knows Paige is Paige.
Yeah.
That's not her name in Thailand, you know. So I'm looking out there, I'm like, who is this guy, you know? So then he's like, "Hey, Cha," you know. He said, "Hey, Mema, Mared," and I was like, okay. So we had a little chit chat, and then we ate breakfast the next morning, but it was cool. So he said if we're ever in the Cha-Am area to stop by,
absolutely,
you know, and you'll show us around. So we're here. I called him up about a week ago. I said, "Hey, we're coming." You know?
Come on.
So
we got plenty of room. VIP suite back here.
yeah, the place is set up nice. Now he's going to show us some pricing, and well, he's going to tell us about some options.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to venture around.
Okay,
Go to the beach, and he actually lived in a condo on the beach.
Yes.
In Cha-Am, and it's a beautiful place. But we'll get some insight on that tomorrow and get some prices and you know what's available here in Cha-Am. But so what brought you to Thailand to begin with? Well, first off, tell everybody where you're from.
Okay, from Texas and career in Arizona, and retired police officer, 25 years, and then I deployed 3 times as an international police mentor for the Operation Enduring Freedom with NATO and the U.S. military.
So he's a badass.
Not really. Just a mentor. So that was a lot of fun, you know, serving the country and helping America and keeping the troops safe. And also advising, training, and mentoring the Afghanistan National Police. So we get vacations. So I didn't want to go back to the States, so I said I wanted to kind of, like you do, have a little adventure. So came to Bangkok, 6 hours from Dubai. So I got to Bangkok, I'm like, wow, Thailand is so much fun. I mean, it's so interesting, and the people are so good. And I already knew that because the Asian people are really cool and kind of the land of smiles.
Was there anything like you instantly hated about Thailand when you got here?
No, not really. I think, you know, you have to have an open mind. You have to learn how to adjust, adapt.
Yeah. So have you lived anywhere else other than the Cha-Am area?
Bangkok and then Prachinberry, which is a little bit northeast of Bangkok.
So this is your home. You like it here?
Yeah, I like Cha-Am. Cha-Am's easy.
But you've traveled to Isan and other places.
Yes, I've been everywhere.
Well, I know you've been to Thailand.
Yeah, I've been everywhere. Yeah, I've been all over. I mean, AirAsia is like Southwest Airlines, except a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just go down and get on AirAsia, and you can go anywhere.
So do you ever have any plans of going back and staying long term in America? Or
no.
Extended vacation or anything?
Because everything here is fits my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And love America, but I'm just having fun here now. This is an adventure for me. I did a lot of cool stuff in America. You know, had Harley Davidsons, rode all over America up into Canada.
You can buy Harleys here.
You can buy Harleys here, but they're very expensive.
A lot more expensive here. So do you feel like there's anything that you're missing that you can't really get here in America? I mean, is there anything like food or entertainment or clothing?
No, I mean, I have myus.com, which is a shipping partial out of, I have like an address in Sarasota, Florida. I have IMG Global, the same insurance you have. And so if I ever need anything, I can just order stuff on eBay or Amazon or whatever I want to do, have it shipped to Sarasota, Florida, and then they hold it for 30 days, and then you send them an email saying, hey, package all this stuff up, do the customs forms, and then they ship it here, and the guy, the FedEx or the DHL.
So do you find yourself doing that a lot?
No. I've done it before, just as like some fun, but
in the Cha-Am area, there is a lot of foreigners here from UK, Australia.
Yes.
There are some Americans, probably
very
not
few,
too many.
very few. More Western Europe and Australia.
As far as food goes, I mean, there's a lot more to offer foreigners as far as foreigner food, right?
We're nestled in Blueport Mall, which is a very exclusive high-end mall, is in Hoi An, and then the Market Village, which is kind of like a mediocre mall with the Tesco. It's really nice. That's in Hoi An, and then just north of here, about 15 minutes, Thailand. It has a Tesco, and it's also a mall, and it's nice. And then they just opened a few miles north of that, about 25 miles from here, they opened up the Robinson's Lifestyle, which is the high end of the Robinsons. And so they have all the eateries and food court, and you can buy anything you want. So I'm right in the middle, and we have both. So if you need anything like that, and then don't forget, from Cha-Am to Bangkok, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump. I mean, it's like 2.5 hours, maybe. I mean,
well, I live in Isan, and we're limited to the kind of stuff, but we do have those options in the nearby cities.
Well, you have Mukdahan and Tat Phnom, and then up there, Penang Kanan.
But as far as Isan is cheap.
Yes.
So I've been to Bangkok. I know Bangkok's expensive. I've been to Pattaya. I know it's very expensive in that area. So in Cha-Am, compared to Isan and Bangkok and
we're a little bit more expensive than Isan, but we're a lot less than Bangkok and a lot less than Pattaya.
Okay.
Hoi An's a little bit more, but Hoi An's still even cheaper than Pattaya. And that's just my opinion.
And how far is Hoi An from here?
20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it's easy. And it's all 3 lanes southbound and 3 lanes northbound with the divided median, so it's real easy to get to.
We went out to go eat lunch and showed us the beach, which I'll show you tomorrow. And I came back and I said, Brian, you don't close your you got the screen doors open. Like you don't even lock anything here. So,
well, we have
you ever had anybody had any break-ins or anything out here? So, we don't carry stuff that's so important in our lives.
All that materialistic stuff is overrated. So I mean, nobody's going to bother you. I've never felt uneasy in Thailand, not once. I mean, 2 o'clock in the morning, I mean, I go out in Bangkok or whatever you want to do, and nobody ever bothers you. I can hop on my Forza and just go right down here to Cha-Am 2 o'clock in the morning. I never feel concerned.
What are you doing at 2? You can't sleep?
Well, if you want to go down to like 7-Eleven and get something or just whatever. I mean,
I'm drooling on my pillow.
But I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you could do it.
I'm joking. So he's got a wonderful girlfriend. I say that, but I've yet to meet her yet, only on the picture. So
she'll be back in a couple of days.
She's visiting some family.
Yeah, she jumped in the Traj and she went up to help her dad and her sister do a couple of things.
We'll get to meet her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is she typical camera shy?
No, she's okay. No, she's cool. She's a good cook. Just good all around, 100% perfect, no problems.
So, not to pick on any other cultures, but what do you think about Thai women in general as far as the culture? Not really in comparison to anybody, but do you see any negatives about the Thai?
No.
Not to put you on the spot or say something.
No, I don't really see. I see very helpful, very family oriented. I just see they're very just interested in making you happy or other people happy. That's their goal.
I see that with the Asian culture in general. So what about somebody who is a couple from UK, Australia, or America wanting to come over here in Thailand? Do you think that would be challenging for 2 people to come over here, other than the money and all that stuff?
I don't think it's challenging. I mean, you just want to hook yourself up with good quality medical insurance like we have.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive. I mean, very inexpensive.
Yes, and very good.
Very high quality.
Hospitals are unbelievably good.
I had a couple situations where I needed to use it for a hernia operation, and it was straightforward. Scan an email, and the money was automatically deposited in my checking account instantly. And I mean, it was very, very straightforward and very professional. I highly recommend IMG Global. They're really good.
I know on a retirement visa you have to have 800 in the bank, 800,000 in the bank. So I would imagine if you're married to an American citizen, you're going to have 1.6 in the bank. Or a certain amount to show to prove coming in every month, whatever you got coming in.
And some other options. There are other options: education, visa.
But still, the cost of living and everything here is, you can get obviously a nice home or a condo. You can buy a condo, which I told you in the last video. I don't recommend it. And he concurs.
I like to rent because I like to be free, and that's why I'm in Thailand, because Thailand offers me a free aspect of life. So I I don't know. I'm indifferent about renting and buying, but my selection currently is to rent because it just gives you the freedom of movement, and you never know when you're going to get bored somewhere. And as we're older in life, you know, we're not 25 years old, so right now I'm just kind of having fun. And when I stop having fun somewhere, I'm moving on.
You see that when you're in Thailand. Now you may have a different mindset because you've done research, or you're this type of person prior to coming to Thailand, and it would be a shame for you to commit to something right off the bat. So
that's my personal opinion.
Definitely don't recommend, if you're going to buy a condo, at least rent for a little while before you make that choice, because Thailand does change you a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, you're going to go through the adjustment zone, you know, where you have to learn how to readapt or adapt.
Do you feel like Brian doesn't, you're limited to your Thai, right?
Yes.
So you don't really speak Thai.
No.
But you're still able to
communicate.
You're home, obviously, without your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we'll get to what you do here in a minute, but you run around and you communicate with Thai people, and obviously there's foreigners here too, but in this particular area, do you find that a lot of Thai people speak a good amount of English?
Somewhat English, yes. Yes, no problem.
Enough to kind of understand. Let's talk about your visa. So you're on a retirement visa. How old are you?
55.
55. Yeah, that's young. I'm younger than you. So, have you had any, like, really, I know there's always some negativity when you're getting up, but have you had any really bad experiences at all with getting your visa renewed or getting your initial visa or anything like that?
My initial visa, what I did was I just went to an attorney.
Okay.
And I had them do the paperwork and do all the details and kind of like a service.
What did that cost you?
Wow, that was a long time ago. I don't even remember, like 15,000, 10, 20,000. I don't remember.
It was worth it though.
Well, in my opinion, for me personally, it was worth it. And you read the blog, some people do visa services and some people don't. I didn't. I was in Bangkok at the time, and I didn't want to go up and deal with all of that.
But to go to any attorney anywhere and get legal services done, as major as that, under $1,000 is awesome. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be up to 20, 30,000 now. I don't know what it is.
1,000 US.
Yeah, $1,000. I mean, it's no problem. I can't remember exactly what I spent, but I got the multi-entry and the retirement visa, so it was easy for me. Simple. Then after that, it's a cakewalk. You just renew it, no problem.
Is there anything with your visa process that you would like to share that maybe you wish you would have done differently, or have a quick suggestion for somebody coming over here on a retirement visa? Would you recommend them doing it exactly like you say, or would you do something different?
I personally like to do, like I said, just go get a service and have them do it, and they walk you through, because they have like the point of contact, and it's simplistic, and it's no hassle for you. So you're paying for a service. Do you want to fly economy? Do you want to fly economy plus? Do you want to fly business class? Or do you want to fly first class? Well, there's different people that want to do different things. And so me personally, I wanted to use the service and pay a little extra money.
How did you find this attorney?
Just go on the internet. Yeah, there's many of them on there.
If you go to the embassy in Bangkok, there's 4 or 5 really good ones near.
Yes, they're all downtown.
And I have a blog with one that I used, and if you want his information, I got his card if anybody wants his information. This particular guy that I have, he's a Thai citizen, but he lived in Las Vegas. Okay. And a couple of my subscribers use the same guy that recognized his office, but he speaks English perfectly, but he understands the culture. So the big problem with communicating, not just in English, is that we come from a different mindset. So we have different needs than Thai people. So our concerns are a little bit deeper than a Thai person would, and they know how to deal with that. So that's a huge advantage of having an attorney that can relate to your problems when it comes to legalities. So
I highly recommend the multi-entry visa. You know, spend extra money, because I like to pop down to Singapore. I like to pop up to Hong Kong, you know, just a couple like one-nighter, and just go mess around and just go do a little shopping, have something to eat, just a change of pace. Well, if you have the multi-entry, you can just pop in and out of the country all you want. So
I didn't get that off right off the bat, because it just wasn't something we had thought about doing, and I was just so happy to get my extension, you know. In America, when I got a visa to come here from America, and they only offer a 90-day where I got my visa.
Right.
They only offered a 90 day.
Right.
I didn't want to go to Washington, so I couldn't get the
Yeah,
both
yeah.
of them. But anyway,
You can get that when you renew.
you can get it when you. I could have got it now. So I think the fee for that is about $4,800. Was it?
I don't remember, but it's not.
You can go on the website on thailandimmigration.com and get all that information.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
But yeah, let me touch more on what you're actually doing for the community here, because I think that's an important part of the video. I don't want to try to make this video like an hour long,
Right.
because it's going to get boring.
Yeah, for sure.
But me and Brian and Paige will be together for the next 3 days, so I'm going to try to put this video out in the morning. So if any viewers have any questions about Cha-Am, just message me on Facebook or message me on the YouTube, and we'll try to figure out while we're here, because Cha-Am is a pretty good spot for foreigners to come.
Yeah, it's
if you
really
don't
good.
like hanging out in Pattaya and Phuket and Chiang Mai and all that, but Brian likes to give back to the community. To bring a positive light as a foreigner coming here, it makes people think differently about
Very much so.
Thailand. Whether you're taking kids out to the community
Sure.
and buying stuff for people or doing anything you can give back is good for you personally and good for the community. So Brian's a very hyper person, probably more hyper than me. I'm pretty sure of that. He's got 2 bicycles sitting in the living room right now. So
His and hers.
yeah. What he does is, and I'll let him explain it to you, but he has what would you call that?
Adopt a highway.
What exactly? That's it. I couldn't spit it out.
Yeah,
So he has basically an adopt a highway, which is really nothing. Nobody does that here. There's so much trash on the road, it's unbelievable. But Thailand is good about having city people pick it up. Eventually it gets picked up, but they've got a bad habit of just throwing the crap on the ground and not thinking twice about picking it up. So what Brian does is he started going around the neighborhood. Well, I'll let you explain.
Well, you have to live off acts of kindness, paying it forward, and kind of have like a positive outlook with some karma. So what I did was I wanted to create like no boredom, and I wanted to create being involved in the community. So I like being outdoors. I really enjoy being outdoors. Of course, we live in the tropical environment, so the weather is just perfect. I got some of those grabbers from Hong Kong for $5, and I got me some 28-inch trash bags, put them in my pocket, and got a drink, and I started walking up and down the roads picking up litter. So it became like litter patrol / CrossFit. So I just started getting out there, and at first all the Thai people were like, okay, what's going on here? This is very unusual. We have a foreigner picking up our litter. And then it became where like, wow, it looks so good. And then it became like, oh, stop and give this man a drink. And oh, he looks hot today, give him another drink. And then bringing snacks and gifts. And so I just got to know all the people in my community. And then I kept stretching out my adopt a highway. And then I was getting requests like, hey, can you come over to our area over here? Because we have this little area. And if you get it all squared away, then we're going to keep it squared away. Can you help us? So I was fielding a request. And then I just kind of took it upon myself just to get out there and exercise and get involved in the community. So as of today, almost 4 years in September. Of course, I've taken some time off because I went back to America for like one time for like 3 months, and then I had a couple hernia surgeries. So I was down a few times. But altogether, I'm at 4,886 bags as of today. I went and did 12 bags this morning.
I would have lost count after.
Yeah. Now I keep track.
70.
I keep track, but it's a lot of fun. And
but you get good feedback.
Very positive.
Which is great because the Thai people recognize what you're doing, and they're also trying to help you.
Yes.
And you're getting a positive.
Yes. Empowering people to enjoy their atmosphere. And
so you just planted a tiny seed in their head about their whole perspective on foreigners, and not all of us. No, not all Thai people are bad. Not all people are bad.
Right.
So
I enjoy running and walking. I enjoy being outdoors and this litter stuff. I'm an eco freak, so I like to keep the world clean. It doesn't matter if I'm in Thailand or in Phoenix, Arizona, or Houston, Texas. I mean, I take pride in my surroundings, and so this is my surroundings, and I take pride in having fun. So I'm just kind of like just being part of the community. and people love it.
Brian's being modest. He got a recognition award from the general who is the fourth in command
Of the border police.
of the border police. Now, he also teaches English to 18-year-old border patrol recruits. And they love him.
Yes.
He loves them. It's a good relationship.
It's a lot of fun.
He's a very busy person, but he actually, and I'll show you some pictures of it, they sat down and had a big, gigantic ceremony, and he was in the front row with the most important guys there, and loving every minute of it. But you've got a recognition award for what you do, and
It's a lot of fun.
that's what drives you. Is negativity in our lives, we're all going to get that, and we can't feed off of that, but we've got to recognize what it is and then get beyond that. But we always need a little bit of push of, you're doing a great job. So you really don't get any, they don't actually, and you probably don't want me to tell you this, but they offered him money to do this because it was basically a job, and he turned it down, and they were like, they couldn't understand for the life of them why he would turn down the money, but he told them, give the money back to spend the money on the recruits and do something for that. That's awesome, and that's something that they probably are like, never seen anybody do, and we do things in our lives not for, we like to have gratitude, but we don't always expect to have something in return, just a positive atmosphere and just positive, from our actions, So
Well, my situation is I'm not interfering with their process of their teachers or any aspect of their operation. I'm just a mentor, and I'm a friend of the colonel, so I can have friends. That's not against rules. And his friends, and he oversees the recruits, and so he invites me to come out because we're friends, and I go out and I mentor and advise some of the English books. And so the Royal Thai Police is broken up into different divisions, and this is the border police, and the camp's 6 kilometers north of where we live, and it's a real nice camp, and there's 22,000 border police officers in Thailand. There's 10 academies, and we happen to have one in Cha-Am, and so I just go out there. They have a really nice booklet put together that they use. It's very systematic, and so we just go through that booklet, and they have some questions, and I just answer, just like if I was sitting at Starbucks and somebody English language, can you help me with this? Hey, no problem, I can show you how to do it. I've done that many times. So it's just positive interaction with friends.
But this all came about because of your police background.
Yes.
And all. That's how you got into that. And some word got out, and then somebody approached you, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, my friend the colonel, he's been involved in representing Thailand and EU and Haiti and Turkey. So he's educated and very smart man, and that's who I surround myself with. And
but this makes life more comfortable in Thailand, to be able to do something other than
you want to make an impact.
Staying in your house, watching TV, buying cheap goods, and going to the beautiful beaches, or doing whatever. But to be able to do something productive is
having a positive impact. When I was in Phoenix or in Houston, I had a positive impact around my surroundings. You just create positive, kind of like a positive road of life.
Amazingly enough, he grew up in a town where I grew up, probably about maybe 25 miles away from each other. Which is crazy.
Conroe Tigers.
Out in the country, down south, southeast Texas.
Yeah, it's too much fun.
So that's kind of crazy.
Y'all. Now, I was brought up with yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, and no ma'am, and that was instilled in me when I was a little boy. And respect, and it's part of my life. So all I'm doing is just showing respect while I'm here. That's all I'm doing. It doesn't matter if I'm in Thailand or another country. You always respect your surroundings and the people that you're surrounded with.
It makes life a little bit easier.
It makes life a lot of fun.
If you're always negative about things and just that kind of person, it's difficult to be anywhere in life.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't like negative people.
No, they drag you down, and you have to stay away from them.
I try to stay away from them as much as possible. So when you're blogging and stuff, you're subjected to a lot of that stuff. So I like to communicate with people, and I like to get diversity in conversations, and we all need to know that we're all here for different reasons, and we got here from a different path, and your path and the way you do things may accommodate you and mine this way. So if somebody gives me a suggestion or opinion on something, I think it's fair to listen to them and possibly agree that, yeah, that was probably a better way to go, or that's probably a better way to do it. But you should never say that somebody is doing something because you've lived somewhere so long, you should do something this way. Now we have because we have experience. Or I've only been here 6 months. I'm still like,
I'm really in a comfort zone now.
But if somebody was to ask you your opinion, you can give them some positive feedback.
And when I give opinions, I always say, hey, this is my personal opinion. This is what I would do. You know, you can research and do it your way or do it a different way, but don't come along and say what I said is wrong and I don't agree with that. Well, this is my personal opinion. If I want to fly business class, then I will pay the $350 to fly to Singapore on the lay-down flatbed seat on Cathay Pacific's brand new Airbus 350-900. But if you want to fly Air Asia for $150 round trip and sit in the back in a small seat, then that's your business. So my personal opinion is I like to do things that personally make me happy, make me feel comfortable.
So everybody, always the question, of course, well, to be able to retire anywhere, you have to be financially stable.
I recommend that.
So
highly recommend that.
The question's going to be asked is, how do you're only 55 years old. Where do you get a pension?
Yeah, we get a police pension. After you do, depending on what state you're from, police officers get pensions. Law enforcement officials, public safety officials get pensions. And so I have a pension. I did 25 years, so I get a pension from my salary, and I'm luckily from the state of Arizona, so we draw our pension the next day. We don't have to wait to a certain day. So I have a pension, and of course I'm investing, throughout my life, and so I'm in a comfort zone right now. But I also know that if things didn't go the way I liked here, I can always go back to America and fall right back into a career that pays well. But right now, I'm just having fun in Thailand.
So this is good. On the subject of money, if you had to guess a number, and I hate doing this because it's difficult because we all have different lifestyles. So just on your lifestyle and your opinion, what do you think a minimum amount of money for maybe one person or a married couple? What would you think would be a comfortable number?
That is a very difficult question. Depends on what your lifestyle is, of course. But I don't know, a couple $1,000 out here is gonna have a
$1,000, $2,000 is a pretty big stretch.
Yeah, but you know what? It depends on what you want to do. I mean, you can really get by easy on $1,000, and if you want to spend up to $1,500, $2,000, you can live. I mean, you can live really good.
So about $1,500, $2,000 you live.
I think you're living good. I mean, this place is.
So $1,000 a month.
You can do it.
What about $500 a month?
That's going to be tight. I mean, you can do it, but you're going to be living somewhere for like $100 a month.
You're going to be living Thai style.
Yeah, you're going to be living in a place. You don't forget you have to turn on your air conditioner some here because it gets hot. And I mean, there's guys and girls that are doing it. But I mean, you can't do
$1,000 a month comfortable. So here's what I think on that. I mean, I think $1,000 a month is good anywhere in Thailand. I don't recommend Bangkok, but you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it in
Bangkok. So at $1,000 a month, you're not going to spend $1,000 a month every single month.
Right.
Okay. I would suggest to have a little pot of money when you get here, because there's always that planting time where you've got to buy a bunch of crap. Okay. So if your budget's $1,000 a month, you may not do anything for a couple, 2-3 months after you've been here for a year. So that money piles up. So you can save a little bit here and there since you're not you don't have an income, and use that money to go on a bigger trip. So, but I think $1,000. So we're going to cut the video. We've probably gone 45 minutes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You can edit that. Chuck's a good editor.
There's a lot of good information. So I'll let the viewers decide if they want to fast forward it. But I'm going to put it out there. Okay. We had a little bit of clips coming here and going to lunch. So, but we'll be together for the next few days.
As long as you need to stay.
I'll have to ask Paige where our next stop is, because I don't.
You're probably going down to Cha-Am. Probably going to make a stop down there, and then maybe you'll cruise down and stop
I'm
somewhere.
so surprised
Phuket
now.
and
I'm just like, well, I know we're going to Phuket and Krabi. I know that.
Yeah, the problem from Cha-Am, Hoi Hin area down to Phuket, it's a 12-hour drive. I mean, depending on who says what, but I mean, it looks good on the Google Maps, but once you start driving it, the road conditions, then you got to stop and take breaks.
I'll give them more details on that as we're doing our final video. And I know there's some subscribers here and viewers in this area that want to meet up. So if you want to meet up, this video will be posted in the morning. Give me a shout. We can go have dinner or something like that.
For sure. I mean, we're going to be going up to Robinson's Lifestyle. My buddy opened up the Amazon Cafe in Merdeka, which is kind of like a high-end bakery, and we're going to run down to Blueport, show you the Blueport, and show you the Market Village, and then we'll go to Tai Yung, and I'll show you the Tesco up there, and then we're just going to cruise around here and hit the beaches, and then you want to get your truck fixed tomorrow at the Toyota dealership.
Yeah,
and
that's another story.
Yeah, Cha-Am has so many things to do. I mean, there's just so much flexibility here.
Well, okay. Anyway, that's a lot of information from somebody who's living a good life and happy in Thailand.
It's a good life.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. I'm a big supporter of the United States of America. I mean, that's our home. And I miss America, but I'm having a lot of fun here.
I served in the military.
Yes.
My kids have served in the military. I mean, I was born and raised American.
Yes. We're not like fleeing America because we're mad or anything. We're just enjoying this lifestyle.
The world is a gigantic place.
You gotta enjoy it while you can.
And life is, we're
very
just a
short.
little tiny spot on this planet.
Life is very short, so
we can just enjoy life and live what I think and what we probably think life is about.
Yes.
Then, hey, it's not about piling up a bunch of crap so somebody can deal with it when you're gone.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. And that's the way I feel. I'm in Thailand, and it's not broke, so I'm not going to fix it. So I'm just relaxing and enjoying life and just exercising and eating right and just enjoying the surroundings. And
I'm going to do a video after I have a goal for the year to be in good shape, and I'm halfway there. So I'm going to do a vlog about a healthy lifestyle.
It's very easy here, very easy here.
Because
you're in a tropical environment, and so you have every day you can go out and do an activity.
Well, you're not being punished by driving to work and commitment every day, which consumes 95% of your life. So if you could focus some of that energy on yourself, it makes a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
Anyway, we're going to cut it, and I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed the videos, and the adventure is going to continue. Thanks for watching. Bye.